So your local trail is boring. Now that could be a big problem. And what is scary is this could happen to the best of us with the best of trails. Well, most of us, because that does look pretty good actually. Trails can be boring for many reasons. For example, not all of us can enjoy the hand-carved trails of a famous bike park. In fact, dare I say it, most of us ride trails that don't even resemble a bike park. Most of our trails are quite tame, lacking berms and jumps. They can be over pedally, long on climbs, short on downhill action, and in most serious of cases, they don't even have a view. Ugh. Even if you do have that dream trail as your local, even then there's no guarantee that you can resist boredom from setting in. Simply overdoing it, just riding the same spot too much, can take the joy away, make it stale. Imagine living so close to an incredible trail and somehow it loses its mojo. Oh, that sucks so bad. But that can happen, and once it does, then you're in the same boat as someone with no trail at all. Big problem. So let's try and solve it. First up, invite some friends to come and ride your trail with you. No one is going to spice up your local spot than a gang of mates ripping it up. Every line you've ever seen will be suddenly put under scrutiny, new gaps will be found. A fresh set of eyes can breathe new light into old trails. Riding with your friends is one sure way to rejuvenate any trail, including your old faithful. The level of excitement is bound to double just because you have no idea what your friends will make of the trail that you've got so much to owe to in terms of your riding. There's two eventualities here. You'll either be booming with pride as they gush about how they've enjoyed such a great spot. With this outcome, you'll be pretty chuffed. Of course, you may get the opposite result, but at least you'll know which bit of the trail sucked and what needs some improvement. It might be time to get the old spade out and do some trail maintenance. If your local has corners and berms, then chances are there are some sick gaps to be had. You're looking for the moments in the trail where one corner can be connected to another via jumping out of the trail and then landing back in the trail, essentially leapfrogging a section of the track. So look for those gaps. These little treats won't be on every corner, and if you discover one, you'll need a certain amount of skill and technique to make it work. But that's what makes these gems so valuable, so precious. They're like the points in the video game where a new skill opens up a whole new element of the game itself. Once you can link those gaps, the track itself will take on a whole new character. Next level. Push yourself to clock the very best time on your local lap or trail. This side of riding is not always for everyone because the competitive mentality can be quite stressful. But if livening up your local trail is on the agenda, then this is the perfect way to bring it to life. Set that initial time and you'll have a marker to ride against. I'm confident that as soon as you've started racing against yourself, then you'll find new lines, new fitness, and a fresh new attitude towards your riding spot. Setting quick times is all about line choice and managing your pace, especially if this is a big loop. In fact, trying to go quick will test you, and it doesn't stop with timing laps or runs. After that, you can dissect your trail to create mini stages that are reliant on a more sprint-based attack. Of course, you can go the other way with it by setting times for multiple loops. Either way, timing your riding is a great strategy for breathing life into your ride. Trails is where I cut my teeth, so I've always got that side of my riding on my mind. But even if trails isn't something you understand or know about, you can still use the basic concept to create a version of trails that will essentially be a whole new discipline to unleash on your trail or riding spot. The idea in trails is riding to keep your feet up, and challenging yourself with that basic idea is enough to test your riding ability in a fantastic and fun way. To get started, think about what you can ride without putting your feet down or dismounting for. Then start trying to find ways to conquer those points. The feeling of achievement you'll experience as you tick these challenges off will be awesome. At the end of the day, each section you conquer will also be another level up in your ability. Useful trails, obstacles and challenges you can look out for are logs, rocks, steps and roots. All of those work. Also look for things like picnic benches and street furniture that could bring your local loop to life. In trails, anything goes really. The only no-no is putting your feet down. Can you ride the entire local loop completely clean, not a dab in sight? Go on. I challenge you. Ride it backwards. This is almost so obvious you could easily overlook this as an option at all. And if you're thinking that it won't be that different, you're in for a surprise. This negative version of your trail is going to be completely different, riding so differently that you've essentially just discovered an entirely new trail hidden in plain sight. You're welcome. Now, one thing to remember that's really important actually is whether your local can be ridden in both directions. If you start riding towards oncoming traffic, especially when that traffic isn't expecting you, it's going to end badly. The same goes for riding up an exclusively down trail. Attention needed. As good as this idea is, it isn't worth that danger if that's the case. But if this is a multi-directional trail, then make sure you turn things on their head and ride that new direction. You'll have broadened the potential of your trail in a massive way. So there you have it, a few options to breathe new life into that old faithful trail. I really hope it helps, and let me know in the comment section down below, and also in this poll above my head, did I solve the problem? And if there's something I've missed that could help a fellow rider, then make sure you put it in the comments down there too. Help that rider get some extra enjoyment from their local trail using your knowledge. Okay, click there for some more GMBN action and hit the globe to subscribe. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.